I'm Don Slack. You're listening to Swinging Doors here on KEXP, and I'm very happy to have in the studio with me today Seattle band Western Centuries. Love these guys. Put out a great album last year, but how about you guys play a couple tunes and we'll talk some more about what you're up to.
Sure.
Snow geese go, troubled hearts, hope the kids don't know. Prairie wind, are you talking to me? You gotta speak your mind through the rattling trees. You can freeze the body, but the eyes still see. Your cue from the moss and stone. Keep the few and leave the others alone. We lost our way. Hear the voices behind. The way is green ahead, but the path is unkind. You gotta save your soul no matter what you've earned. Guide us home on a wing and a prayer. Talk to you later when we land somewhere. Wild birds singing their mournful song. Wild birds living in a world gone wrong. God was denied. The jury waits. We all know it's a crime. No way to build a case, 'cause there's so little time. No laws on earth could justify this crime. Guide us home on a wing and a prayer. Talk to you later when we land somewhere. Wild birds singing their mournful song. Wild birds living in a world gone wrong. So take my hand and squeeze it tight. Wayward son, we can make it right. Fading eyes, you're giving more than you share. You're trying to turn the page, but you're already there. One more kiss, we got love to spare. Guide us home on a wing and a prayer. Talk to you later when we land somewhere. Wild birds singing their mournful song. Wild birds living in a world gone wrong. Wild birds singing their mournful song. Wild birds living in a world gone wrong.
90.3 FM, KEXP, and Western Centuries live here in the KEXP studios. That just sounded great, guys. thank you once again for coming by the station today. It's great to hear you.
Thank you.
I take it that's a new song there, Jim?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've been playing it for part of this year, most of this year. And we just made a recording, a new record.
So you've made your second album now?
Well, it's made. It hasn't been quite polished totally. All of the tracks are done.
Okay.
But it has to be mixed, which will happen next week, and then mastered, and it'll come out in probably February 2018.
Nice. So it's almost completed.
Yeah.
Coming out early next year?
Yep.
That sounds great. You guys have a title for it yet?
No, it's funny that you bring that up. We sort of we were confronted with the lack of that title just a second ago when we were signing some release forms.
And you were thinking of spontaneously coming up with the title
Exactly.
today?
We tried to force it, but it didn't quite.
It's probably best to hold off on that and make sure you get it right.
Something will happen.
Well, thank you guys for coming up here again. The very versatile Western Centuries, who like switching around instruments quite a bit from drums to guitar to whatnot. It's really cool that you guys have a lot of different options, a lot of as far as not only instruments but also singers and songwriters. You switch around all the time.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. You guys ready for another tune?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, not exactly.
Oh.
Wait. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
From the forecast off so swiftly did you run, like the prodigal son. Dreams beguiled, but the fortune found for free so easily spent, and up around the bend, temptation smiles. Wow, wow.
90.3 FM, KEXP, and Western Centuries live here in the KEXP studios. Sounding great. Sounded awesome. Did you write that song, Ethan?
I did.
That's a great tune. Wild You Run, the name of it?
Yeah, it's got some local references in it, too.
Indeed. Very, very cool. Ethan Lawton singing lead on that one. Jim Miller, you heard before that, singing lead. These guys do switch around quite a bit and switch around instruments and lead vocals and songs. How do you guys decide which songs end up in the set list, which songs end up on the albums?
That's a good question. I mean, having 3 songwriters makes lots of material really easy. You know, we have more than we need most of the time, but we kind of like, I guess we just sort of pick our favorites that we all sort of agree on, which is cool. You know, it's kind of making mixtapes all the time, basically.
Nice. So it's basically you guys get together and hash it out and come up with a consensus as to what works.
Yeah, we're very polite about it too,
Yeah.
which is kind
And
of cool.
supportive.
No,
Yeah, we are. Though.
Supportive.
no fist fights or anything.
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's funny also, like my favorite songs are always somebody else, you know, I just love their songs more than mine.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, you all write ways that are in some ways very rooted in very traditional styles, but in other ways not so much. Lyrically, you're not, for example, as straightforward as your typical country song. I think that goes for all 3 of you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
And is there a reason you guys like going off in different directions lyrically?
I mean, a lot of this stuff is sort of when you're playing music when you're into music that's older, you know, a lot of this stuff has sort of been done, and so it's kind of, even though there's still personal things that you want to put into it that are like that, but yeah, Cahalan, he reads a lot. And
He's the smart guy.
Magazine, he knows all the magazines.
yeah, he's the smart guy.
He
So
reads
his
all the
stuff is very, you know, his stuff is
Yeah.
more a matter of fact, but yeah, I mean, I guess you might be able to say that more.
Sure. Your debut album, Weight of the World, by the way, great record. Love that album. Came out last year. I know you guys have said you're mostly done with the follow-up. You made the last one in Nashville. This one, did you go somewhere else for that? You do the same thing, or?
The one we made in Nashville, and then this, as you mentioned, this newest one, we went down to Louisiana. So we made it in Eunice, Louisiana, at Joel Savoy's studio.
Oh, wow. Really cool.
Yeah.
Does that have a little bit more of that Louisiana feel to
Yeah,
it?
it actually does. We actually got some of the amazing players from that region on the record, so that you'll hear a little bit of accordion on it, and keys. We're going to have some keys on this next record, B3 and that kind of thing. So some amazing players that we were lucky enough to get on the record.
Wow, I'm really excited to hear it. And whatever the title turns out to be, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Western Century is live here in the KEXP studios. You guys ready for another song?
Yep.
This one's called How Many More Miles to Babylon?
Just how many men live at the bottom of the sea? They're drinking up the water, just trying to believe. The ocean of the sky, it was as dark as it could be. It's drinking up the memories, just trying to relieve. Who holds the faithful departed? Shades the light until the dawn. How we all get to be so broken hearted? And how many more miles to Babylon? Beneath that July There's an island made by man, out floating in the water, slowly crumbling into sand. Who holds the faithful departed? Shades the light until the dawn. How'd we all get to be so broken-hearted? And how many more miles to Babylon? Give a glass of water right before you say goodbye. And at the close of day, we're all shadows of the same grave, all fading in the twilight, all go on the same way.
That's Western Centuries here on KEXP 90.3 FM here in the KEXP studios on Swingin' Doors. Another new song, which I assume is going to be on the upcoming album.
It is indeed, yeah.
How Many More Miles to Babylon, the name of that one, sung by Cahalan Morrison. I take it that's one of your songs.
Yep.
Do you guys have ever have another person sing a song that one of you wrote? Or is it always pretty much the person who wrote it sang it?
Yeah, we've been doing that generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely subscribe to the Smelt It Delta.
Well, you never know. Maybe someday you'll decide to switch it up.
It's true.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. You guys have been on tour for an awful long time, it seems, over this last year. And I know you just finishing or wrapping up a big stretch. And then you might be off for a while. Are you going to miss being out on the road?
Depends on what you mean by that.
Yes and no.
It'll be really nice to have a break.
Yeah.
We've been basically out since March, and we've done all the U.S. and we're to Europe and stuff. So
Yeah, you guys have been everywhere.
yeah, we're tired.
Yeah.
Not everywhere yet, but almost everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for a well-deserved break then.
I agree with that.
And so you're just going to work on wrapping up the new album and then getting out on the road probably, I would assume, next year after it comes out in February.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, we've got some possible fall, winter stuff that we're working out, but then the record's going to hopefully come out in February, so that'll be we'll be hitting it again then.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, really excited to hear the new record. It's sounding wonderful, these new songs.
Thanks.
You guys ready for one more?
Yeah. Almost. Yes, no.
Western Centuries, live here in the KEXP studios. You're listening here to Swingin' Doors on KEXP Seattle.
Name of the song is Three Swallows. far willing to both reside. All damn day it just kept on pouring, and since then I ain't seen you dry your eyes. I ain't got none of that fancy learning. Make my living with my hands and tools. May not always keep them home fires burning, but I do my best to be no rich man's fool. I sit down next to me by this muddy river. Let's cast our troubles to the darkest deep. All this sorrow ain't necessary. We both here trying to find some relief. Bought a pack of new old gold, I tore into the cellophane. I lit one up to ease my mind. I guess I'm smoking again. Bought a bottle of old gunpowder. Whoa, how that cap did spin. 3 swallows and I'm on time. I guess I'm drinking again. Cellophane. I lit one up to ease my mind. I guess I'm smoking again. I bought a bottle of old gunpowder. Whoa, how that cap did spin. 3 swallows and I'm on time. I guess I'm drinking again. 3 swallows and I'm on time, and I'm drinking again.
.3 FM, KEXP, and Western Centuries. One more song that's going to be on their upcoming album, a song called 3 Swallows. Wow, sounded great, man. Thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Thanks
Such a pleasure having you here. And be sure to keep your eyes open for the new album coming out sometime in February, and then be sure to catch them live when they go out on tour after that. Just a really, really great band. Thanks to Kevin Suggs, by the way, for producing this session. Also, thanks to Jen and all the hospitality folks for making everybody feel comfortable, and thanks to our awesome video crew for, I'm sure, providing great video for this live session. You are listening to KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.